Da, da, da. The skull starts off with its first edict, I suppose, where it calls out the witnesses. As it does this, probably, well, everyone in here, you notice some of these statues stand up. I just need to figure out which ones. Okay. This statue here, by bitch, becomes animate. This statue here becomes animate, and this statue down here. Yes?
When we're done, I have some questions regarding Marie's first primary class.
Fair.
I'm curious about how you have her set up.
Hoi hoi. Other than that, the skeleton does, or the skull does nothing. Ooh, fast person. Jeez. Only has a +2. Come down, Big V.
It rolled a 20 though.
Yeah, we should have saw me roll yesterday because nothing got my 20s then.
Literally nothing went good for Jim yesterday. It didn't matter with the NPCs, didn't matter for the enemies. Everything sucked. Now
I know.
Everything to death.
I typically have bad DM luck, so it's not a surprise to me. Okay, this statue approaches Aaron, bows, then kicks Aaron.
Hey!
Fuck you. Let's see. Wow. Nope.
Miss.
Wario.
Rusty time.
Was that clearly trying to do damage to her?
Yeah.
Wolf is not happy. Wait, why is my initiative at 6? 2016?
Oh. Did it not? There you go, 16 now. Let me just...
I would have set to 16. Why? I don't know why it was down there.
It might just not have updated because someone else is typing something else somewhere. You should be 16 now.
Right. I have a statue to go beat up now.
Rusty.
But first it is Rusty.
Rusty's gonna bite the shit out of him.
Crunch. Crunch. Yeah, I think everyone else on the initiative is fine. Holy shit, okay, yeah, that'll definitely hit. PBS, okay, no damage reduction here.
Naturally.
As Rusty bites into it, this thing's plaster, you notice, it isn't quite actually all stone. It kind of just almost crumbles to bits, but it's still vaguely standing on one leg.
Huh.
Probably the offending leg that tried to kick you with was the one that suffered.
Is it a construct?
You think so? Maybe not a orthodox construct, but certainly a construct.
Huh. I can't do anything because it's immune to non-lethal damage.
You can roll knowledge engineering.
I will. Knowledge engineering. Wow, that was bad.
Well, Erin's just knowledgeable because she's like sitting on one. She could probably call out just very vague immunities.
Don't be nice to it. It's not going to feel pain. Break its arms.
Smash?
Smash. Yes, lots of smash. It's also plaster, so don't you do stabby bits.
Looks at hammer.
Aaron is going to aid another Rusty for attack.
Okay. Fair enough. Give yourself a dot or something, so you remember. And also, I guess, roll?
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, wow.
Aaron sucks.
And she's got a 20, she's, I don't know. Battle Master, I suppose. Epos.
Yeah.
Ipos, seeing the statues come alive and kicking at Rusty, is going to turn and face the golden skull, looking up at it, and go, You say this court of what? What we charged with? He's going to try and address the skull.
It remains motionless.
You attack us no reason. You big stupid judge.
You did try to steal its ring.
I didn't steal ring, I just touch it.
That's why I said try.
And what to do in that case?
I will note the skull is technically a target.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. Whether or not you particularly want to go, toe-to-toe with a massive giant golden skull.
I mean, there's been worse
Is it actually
ideas.
gold?
It looks golden. I can tell you now, no, because I'm not like you fucking try and squeeze
Pawn
every
it
bit
off.
of money out of this massive ornament.
It's just a big hunk of pyrite.
It's like very thinly gold plated. It's like tinfoil.
So the one that was attacking Aaron basically looks to be on its last legs, yes?
Yeah, it's literally just on one leg. Probably a good stiff shove will just make it fall apart.
In which case, I don't want to waste spells at this point because I'm running like low on them. So I'm going to... What range am I at, actually? Am I within range? 30 feet? No, I need to go 5 foot step closer. Boop. Okay. Yep. I'm just going to taser beam it. Do I have a macro top for this one? Oh, I hate spells. Don't think I have an attack stop. And these work? Hey! 17 versus touch for 4 damage.
That'll definitely hit. The taser beam kind of hits and it just kind of goes boom. As see now that it's like fallen even more apart, there's like just like a very thin wooden frame to it.
Is it dead?
It's dead, yes.
Good.
It's basically there's a smouldering pile. Thankfully, the rain is stopping any fire from catching, but yeah, it's a bit smouldery. Anything else?
I've only really got a move action left, which I will donate to charity because I 5 foot stepped.
Fair enough. Oof. I'm time.
I can smash. Smash it. It's
This werewolf surprises us by, I don't know, bardic performance.
He just starts juggling.
Hi, Ash. Bye. Was the chance I get thrown here? Very high.
You're not wrong. I'll give you that.
But Wolf right now is thinking of one thing. There is moving target here. We've been told to smash. Smash will be done.
And for no crit. That's close.
It wasn't close to a crit.
With your charge, yeah, you managed to very much hit it, but like at the last moment you kind of just slide in the mud, so you can't put as much force behind it as you would have liked. However, will this kill it? Yes, actually.
Vulnerability to bludgeoning.
You're not sure, but yeah, you kind of just go straight for it. And it just falls to pieces.
Fine.
Oh,
Wolf is not glowing right now, by the way. No rage.
I mean, he isn't gathering his power.
No. No, so far nothing here is exciting enough for him to do rage yet.
Silas.
Oh, well then. Okay. Silas is just going to mage hand. Wait, nope. I need to check ranges because.
Go rename it Range Hand.
Yeah. Somewhere. I don't want to get close to the statues though.
If you wanted to run in, you could like mage hand the kind of reach the gem on the pedestal and then book it with it.
No, That doesn't seem wise to Silas right now.
But also try finding out why these statues are attacking us.
Yeah, he'll probably do that. He'll come up here and address the skull as well. Bow to it. Anything?
It turns to face you.
I believe you're the judge of this court.
It nods.
May I, as the defense, I wish to ask what is the case here?
With that, I'm going to end your turn, but I'll tell you something will happen on the skull's turn.
Okay, that's fine.
Really? I asked what we were being charged with and it just ignored me.
Yes, because you are a country bumpkin with no refinement.
Oh, bullshit.
It takes respect and respect for
fluffy
someone's
hair.
status.
It takes a stuck-up prick.
Those could be one and the same. Doesn't mean mine won't work where yours did.
This statue stands next to Wolf, gives kind of like a bow from the waist, and as it stands up, just kind of tries to backhand him. Nope.
Wolf
Hey.
ducks.
Whoosh.
Gotta try hard.
JMac diagonals aren't set up.
Oops. They were in the other map, but I forgot for this one. There you go.
Cute. 30. Dislike prism. This dude. Yes. I cast Acid Splash.
Sploosh.
This setup. Yes. Haha.
Does that hit? It does. Plaster kind of melts away, but it's still standing. You can sort of see some of the wooden frame bits appears to be its core. Prismal Dex, a different turn. Is there anything else from Ash?
No.
Okay. Mary?
I'm gonna hurry up here, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless.
Boom.
Should everybody? Yeah, well.
Unfortunately, Moment of Greatness has stopped, but I will raise for future. Bless and Moment of Greatness work together quite well.
Take off that dot. Well, actually, it's
Is Moment of Greatness down? I thought it was 10 minutes per level or until expended.
It's minutes. Which with the amount of time that Aaron would have needed to like harvest the thing. And also, just washing all of you off.
Oh well. Also, Dark, I was slightly wrong. It's a 50-foot burst.
Overrange.
Yeah, that only affects allies, which is great.
Okay, and I'm gonna go into some nothing else from Mary Dean, so
yeah, that's about
just
it.
Melody. Yeah, she's not really a combat person.
That's okay.
Yeah, she's just gonna also shoot at the statue. That's next to Wolf. Melee means firing melee.
Oh.
Crap, that's
Is that
an
with
11, I think.
Is that with the firing into melee?
No.
Okay, yeah, that will unfortunately miss. Okay.
Is that including the point blank shot?
No, it isn't.
I'm
So
afraid
it'll be
even
12.
with that, it will still miss him, I'm afraid. Okay. With Silas kind of going up and, flare it, with his noble charms, when he said as part of the defense, is he indicating any specific... Like, you kind of get the feeling, big statue up here, small or bigger, also big statue down here, probably meant to be like, one's the defendant, one's the whatever not the defendant is called.
Yeah, the prosecution.
Prosecution, that. I was about to say attacker, but it doesn't sound right.
They all tend to be plaintiff.
Plaintiff, yeah, that's it. Yeah. The plaintiff
But
is a
did you indicate to like any specific side when you bowed?
Yes, he will actually gesture towards the statue to his right. They seem like they're repentant, so probably defendant.
Yes, indeed. As you kind of ask what the defendant is charged with, it looks to you and goes, murder.
Of which we have just committed 2 counts.
It's not murder if it's not alive.
Which,
Yes.
yeah, we're kind of undergoing the talking as a free action sort of thing here, so do you have anything else you're going to say with it?
May I ask for more details? The target of the murder and etc.
It looks to face the statue to the bottom, which, now that you look at it, is kind of worn.
Okay.
This will be victim.
Thank you. And yeah, Silas is done addressing the skull for now. He will bow to the judge.
Okay. Let's see what the judge does this turn. Ooh! Right, last turn he did that. As you kind of finish your questioning, it just seems to grow furious for a moment and shouts, "Silence in the court! I'd all you to roll me will saves."
Oh, God.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Oh no.
It's casting silence.
Rusty is a construct. I do not know if it applies. I will
That's
roll
the wrong
anyways.
thing.
It's,
That should be a 22. I'm keeping that roll.
yeah, Rusty wouldn't have been affected by this, but I guess he's slightly quieter now.
Okay.
Right, for everyone who failed a DC 13, you're silenced for 1 round.
Whoop whoop. So Wolf, Ash, Rusty, and Prismelody.
No! Azala's can't be muted. Horror.
No.
Prismelda looks horror-stricken.
So really, I'm not sure about Prismelody, but it wasn't anyone who would really be hurt by silence.
I mean,
Hi.
Ash.
I forget what Ash can actually do.
He's
I'm a
full cast.
spellcaster.
Oh. Well,
Forecasting.
only for 1 round. Look for spells that don't
Hexes.
have a verbal component. You'll be fine.
And actually, yeah, that's true. Hexes have no components, so.
Sometimes they do, but yeah.
My only hexes are ward and healing.
So you can heal.
Nobody's injured.
Not
I guess you can
yet.
heal the statue.
Fine.
Yeah. But
Okay.
the statue moves back 1. Or the skull, rather. You dead, mate. Rusty.
Jumpy, 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 jump.
Aaron,
Yeah.
we're on the side of the defense. He points at the kneeling statue, and then he says, "Who's charged with the murder of the plaintiff?" and points at the other statue.
On it.
Of course,
We-
you have to murder the plaintiff.
We must prove his innocence.
I'm looking at that statue. Aaron's gonna quickly give it a once over. Is it a construct?
No. You could
Is it
either...
magic?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll say here, you can give me a roll. Basically, broach me a skill check, and what are you trying to find out? I'll tell you now, certain things which normally won't work on constructs, well, this isn't necessarily a construct, but certain skill rules that you wouldn't be able to just use on something which existed in the world are applicable here. For instance, you could use sense motive on this, you could use diplomacy, or another social skill.
I'm just gonna roll knowledge engineering and as spellcraft and use it for damaged magical effects to identify if there's anything.
Okay.
Like, if it's a magical
Mhm.
and it's been claimed that it's been murdered, I'm gonna look for tampering, damage, magical effects, things that could be potentially.
Right, okay, I get you. You're basically looking for evidence, quotation marks.
Yeah.
With the inspiration, that's 19.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Good
go with it.
inspiration.
I don't
Yeah,
have
as
any
you
ways of re-rolling.
That's fair. As you investigate his aura, you did see a stab wound, right? Where, if your anatomy is judging correct on humans at least, yeah, that'd be like a stab wound that would go directly into the heart.
It's been
From
stabbed
behind.
in the back into the heart. I don't see any tampering with the magical, though.
So the victim was murdered by a stab to the heart, which means we are looking for a knife
From
or
the
sword or something.
spine.
Yes. Then we are looking for a knife or sword, and he will gesture towards everyone else.
Aren't we the defendant? Stop looking for a sword.
No. Yes, but there must be a murder weapon, and with the murder weapon, we can find evidence of our defend.
I don't know a court.
Innocence.
Figure it out.
That's what I'm doing. And Silas will say, "Find us a sword, dagger, something. Not one of ours, but around here."
Ash looks like they're desperately trying to shout something, but no words come out.
Oh dear.
And that's charades. It's giraffe.
Erin made the save, so she's fine.
Is Aaron doing anything, or Aaron or Rusty doing anything else?
Rusty was just moving over here, and then is going to aid another Erin for AC because he's defensive like that. Aaron's literally just trying to go over this thing, and I will say I do have a trait for finding hidden objects. Would I have found anything in the stab wound?
Let me see.
I can also roll perception if you want.
Yeah, go for it. Perception. It's nice having people who can roll perception, 'cause the
Yeah.
NPC party and rolls. Oof. Big oof.
Don't worry about it.
Aaron would actually find like a sliver of metal.
I will take it out.
It's pointy.
Kind of metal.
Seems like steel.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Moving on. I think that's it for me.
Epos.
Yes. Ipos is determined that this thing isn't just going to answer Silas, it will answer him as well. But he'll take a cue from Silas and will basically bow to the skull as well and say, what evidence that defendant murdered? Then he points to the other person. Who said he did? What evidence you have?
Epos, as you do that, the skeleton opens its mouth wider and out comes a dagger.
And he just sort of looks at Silas.
Good job.
Can I look over this dagger?
Go for it. It appears to be a very... I'll just give you kind of a basic overview of it. It appears to be a very fancy dagger, almost as if someone like a personally made dagger.
So
There's an inscription along the blade.
Just for people's reference, I have +0 appraise, +0 craft, and +0 perception.
Yay! That's what happens when you're a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Is there a is the tip of the dagger missing?
It does appear the dagger is somewhat damaged.
Okay, so looking at the dagger, you said there was an inscription. Can I read it?
You can read half of it.
Is the other half damaged or in a different language?
It's part of like missing of the damaged bit.
Right.
The part you can reads. I'm just gonna write it out because it's missing halfway through. I don't know how I'm gonna pronounce that.
Brother Matthew, I'm guessing? Is that along the hilt or the blade?
Blade.
Blade. Well, I'll basically walk up, pick up the dagger, walk to Erin, hold it out to her. Like, is your bit got vest of message?
Look over the metal.
It does. It reads out Brother Matthias.
Ah, yes. So he brother Matthias, and he murder him. Who say he murder him?
Skull turns to face. Can I give you a dot? This statue.
Who this person?
As you kind of turn to direct your questioning to it, it animates. It looks to you expectantly.
Who you? How you know? And he points to the two big statues.
I'm Sister Mary. I was there on the night of a murder.
And you saw murder? Actual saw, not just heard?
She shakes her head. It was late, and one of them fell from the bell tower. I only rushed out to see the aftermath.
So you has no idea if defendant killed other man.
It must have been. He was the only one in the tower.
Oh no, it's easy to hide or run before you get up. Maybe he go up to see what happened, try catch actual murder man, and murder man gone, and then you find defendant man up there.
As you start to kind of actually speak furious to it, the statue unanimates, and I'm going to shift along to Wolf.
Fair enough.
This statue tried backhanding me.
It did.
I
Members
backhanded.
That's fair. People are having a conversation while Wolf is fighting for his life.
He's
His life
fine.
here. I've not been hit yet.
I mean, fair.
Yeah,
Hey.
he's super fine.
All
Fucking
these
hell.
things have been doing have been trying to kick us in the shins.
They are people of the court. They are polite. They have manners.
But
Sure.
They're
I just
also
like this.
currently in pieces.
I'm just saying the scene over here of Wolf though is literally like they backhand, Wolf ducks, Wolf stands up, backhands his hammer, and just as he grins and shouts something which no one can hear because he's silent.
I was about to ask does Wolf want to try asking any questions to the statues, but yeah, that kind of answers my question.
There we go. I'm silent, and that's all.
Yay. Alright. Silas is going to bow to the judge again. Lord Judge, I wish to approach the defendant.
It nods. Proceed.
5-foot step. Defendant, what is your name?
As you talk to it, it animates, and it doesn't really. For a few seconds, it doesn't say anything. There's just these kind of carved tears that pours down its face, but disappears when it touches the floor. And it says, "Brother Matthias."
Brother Matthias, where were you on the night that the victim over there was murdered?
In the bell tower, where my room is.
What were you doing on that night?
Praying. Reading.
Silas nods. Where was your dagger?
It kind of looks even sadder for a moment. Lost.
I see. When did you lose it?
It looks to the side when my sister was in 10.
I see. Is your sister here today?
It points to that middle statue.
Judge, I wish to call a witness.
I'm going to entertain here for now, though.
Okay.
As you get another piece of information. Ash.
Ash is going to begin approaching and looking very frustrated that they can't speak.
Fair enough. Assuming there's nothing else you really can do.
Yeah.
I also don't really have anything I want to do, honestly. Most things are dead here, and Marie doesn't really have a question for the school. People seem to be working their way through it slowly.
Yeah. Basically, now that you've kind of had enough evidence to just kind of watch over this, you can approach any of these statues and basically ask them questions. Should you wish. They all kind of look the same, so it's kind of harder to tell, like, is this person relevant at all, but...
Out of character, I have very few questions I can think to ask, so
Fair enough.
I'll pretend that I am using this NPC to the fullest extent, which is say making her useless, like a proper NPC.
Fair enough. If you think of something else, you can, I guess, just say delay for now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip my turn for now. I can't think of anything right off the bat.
Priest Melody is also unfortunately silenced.
Yep, and she's going to move here and prepare an action to tail slap a statue if it animates nearer.
Fair enough.
Can I put a clause on that as animate and is hostile?
Yes.
I could
If
just
it's-
see
if it-
like this guy being the most important one, and we ask him a question, springs to life, and you just destroy it before he solves the case.
The skull lets out another edict, but this one's a bit useless. It just says, I'll allow it. You're not sure what the fuck that did.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Rusty.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Rusty and Aaron. You have this blade in your hands. I suppose, like, with the sliver, would you have, like, slid it in?
Yeah.
Yep, it definitely fits. This is definitely, or apparently, what the court think. Oh, I forgot something. The skull was back one. This is definitely appears to be what they think is the murder weapon.
Now that I have the whole dagger there, does it actually fit in the stab wound?
If you, I suppose, go on your tippy toes up to Rusty, yep, it fits.
Alright.
Don't ask how you're getting to its back, it just works. Shh.
Yeah.
Aaron was the murderer. She just did
Statues.
it.
Statues can move.
It just
Yes.
politely turns around and is like, here you go.
Yes, please,
Of
sir,
course.
statue, would you mind turning around while I stab you in the back?
Ah,
Sure, neighbor.
Okay. How big is the dagger?
about appropriately sized for these statues, so it's basically a short sword to you.
Okay. Hmm. Dude. This your dagger? I'll hold it out to the defendant.
Oops, that was
I
the
mean,
hedge.
defendant man, sir, is this what happened to be your dagger?
As you hold up the dagger, there's a light of recognition in its eyes, and it almost seems very happy for a moment before it kind of remembers, oh yeah, this killed the other person. It looks sad again before nodding. That is my dagger, yes.
Right. Okay.
This time it actually speaks out unbidden. No, these things can be a bit more passive, just speaking whoever you're spoken to. It says, After this is what it says. It was a gift from my mother.
Okay. I just look at Silas and go, don't, Corey.
Ask
Uh,
mother. Ask who's the mother.
Shit, man, if you want me to find, like, I don't know, evidence or shit like that, don't make me talk.
It's just asking questions. There's nothing hard about it. I will
I
talk to
give
them.
Silas the dagger.
Thank you. Fine.
I'm done. Rusty aids another errand for AC.
Okay, boss.
Epos shall walk up here next to Prismelody, hopefully not get nailed in the process,
Nope.
and he will address the sister.
It turns its head almost haughtily towards you and goes, "Yes."
Obviously, you know defendant, you his sister. How you know the plaintiff? Points to the other statue.
Silas nods.
The statue turns to the plaintiff and sneers. That is my brother's assistant.
You know him well. You not like him.
He is bad for my brother.
In what way? How he bad?
Can you roll me a diplomacy?
I certainly can. This is one of Epos's good skills. Oh, fuck you, roll 20.
You diff.
As soon as it left my mouth, I knew I fucked up.
It just kind of starts spitting out words. Filthy, degenerate, cursed.
What are you doing when he fell from Bell Tower? Where were you?
I was at tea with my friends.
I mean, wasn't it like nighttime? Am I imagining that it was like late in the evening when he fell, or did we not know that?
No, you're not.
No,
That was correct.
because Mary said it was dark.
You has tea with friends that late?
As you kind of mentioned this, the statues either side of her animate and they nod. We were together.
Do they do that thing where they speak in perfect synchronous?
Yes.
Oh god, I hate that. Did you right, hang on, let me get my thoughts straight. They were living in a monastery, yes?
Church sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah. Did you has tea out at monastery, or did you go out?
No, of course not. At our estate.
Oh, they have a fucking estate now, jeez.
But as you get this much out, I'm going to move on to Wolf. Wolf.
Yay, Wolf ain't quiet.
Wolf looks around, kind of assesses the situation. Starts walking this way with the hammer dragging along the ground. Looks up at our victim.
It's still kind of crying these rocky tears.
Wolf will pull out his handkerchief, hold it up for a moment, and he's going to speak out.
Oh.
Mr. Victim, sir, did you have any enemies? Did anyone want to hurt you?
Roll me sense motive, please. Or perception.
I'll roll perception because my sense motive doesn't exist.
Good. You just notice it start to cry harder.
Wolf actually tries, rubbing the stones.
It's weird. like the stone is part of it, but it falls off at some point, but then just disappears. Like you can kind of catch them, but they don't like disappear into your handkerchief. But like you could like gather them up technically. It's a bit like
It's
playing
okay.
with like magnets.
It's okay. It's okay. Look, I'm here to help you. Okay. Please calm down. Go try comforting it.
You can definitely give me a diplomacy.
Rub the stone statues back, as it were.
Shh, it's fine. Shh. Holy shit.
Wolf actually has diplomacy trained. Diploma barbarian.
Apparently,
Wolf is
Wolf
friendly.
is the best back rubs in existence because it just the tears kind of stop as it nods.
Screw you, roll 20.
Only thing is, I didn't get the information I wanted. I just managed to calm it down.
You could. Before I move on, you can ask it one more question now.
Could you please describe for the court your relation with your assistant and what he meant to you?
It looks up. He was my friend from the streets. I took him in.
Wolf's gonna spin. Wolf spins around hearing that. Then
I took him in.
see,
And the statue kind of just like buzzes a bit. Something's odd.
Wolf, regardless, of just spins around, almost like addressing the rest of the room. And Jerry, see, why would he want to hurt him? That's not the kind of relationship you'd hurt someone in. Wolf put you on a stunning defense as usual. Silas?
Silas?
Good. All right. Silas is going to go over here since it was apparently questioning the sister. Go to the victim.
Okay.
Plaintiff.
It looks to you.
Wait,
Where
that
were
guy's
you-
alive? What?
I guess that is a good point. He will attempt to rouse him, see if he is alive.
It does look to you as you come over.
Plaintiff. Where were you on the night of your murder?
As it speaks, its
Being
voice is
murdered.
certain. Yeah, its its voice is very gravelly, and it's almost as it's very difficult to make out its words. But you vaguely get the church.
Church. Did you and your mentor, your friend, have any enemies?
Roll me sense motive or perception.
Dude, which of mine is better? My perception is better. Oh, God damn it.
It opens its mouth again, but as it speaks, it just sounds like it's gargling a bunch of rocks. But you do get the very, very slow telltale movement of it looking towards Epos and Prismelody.
What? I'm his enemy? I'm pretty sure I'm not.
That's the secret. No.
Yeah, no, I get what he's aiming at.
Silas will come over. You, and he will look at this friend of the sister.
Mhm.
What is your name?
Clavis.
How do you know the defendant and the victim?
I don't.
I see.
I am impartial judge.
All right. I have a feeling that's telling the truth because
No. She's friends with the sister of the defendant. That she is not impartial.
then I guess sense motive then.
Okay, give me it.
I only haven't yet because I have a +0 sense motive.
The expressions of these things are very hard to kind of. They're analog to human, but they don't seem to be quite similar. But yeah, this thing's full of shit.
That is a lie. It seems, as I remember earlier, you stated that you were the friends of gestures to the sister of the defendant, and that you were having tea with her. on the night of the murder?
It smiles with its painted on face. I never say that.
You responded, along with gestures to the other one on the other side, at the exact same time with the exact same reference of you were having tea at the estate.
I'm sorry. You must be mistaken.
Silas would turn to the judge. Can you verify that they indeed said that they are friends of the defendant's sister?
It nods. Bigby, can you roll me diplomacy?
Yes.
Okay. You're not sure what I did, mostly because, well, and that's just how rules work. But I'm going to end your turn here.
Dang it. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to do next turn.
Ash will kind of just walk up and face the defendant. Sir defendant, Brother Matthias, as I recall.
It
Tell
nods.
me, what is your profession? A priest, correct?
It nods again.
And tell me, what are all of your duties as a priest? What are your practices?
At this, it just kind of looks up and spits out a very rote list, but it's kind of the sort of stuff you'd expect from a priest, which is do no harm, aid the community, tend the grounds, provides shelter.
Ah. Sir Judge and witnesses of the court, I would like to state that evidence suggests a hand trained in the use of blades in combat killed our victim. They were stabbed into the heart from behind. This is a very, very difficult thing to do. Our defendant, Brother Matthias, could not possibly have the skill necessary to perform this murder.
Roll by diplomacy.
"19.
Cool. There's a few shaking and nodding of heads from amongst the other plaster constructs. Mostly, you see the shaking of heads from that area.
From the murder area.
Anything else?
I thought you were going to end my turn there.
Nope. I mean, actually, I guess that's probably a fair place to end it. Played yourself. Mary.
Murray's gonna go over here and
Dance.
do you know anybody that might be trained in using blades by any chance? Asking the murdered.
Can you roll? The statue once again just kind of spits out a bunch of garbled static. Can you give me a perception? Or linguistics?
What about sense motive? Was that a thing I could do as well?
No. I believe Mary should have linguistics trained.
She has linguistics. Is her sense motive way better? Yeah.
It's fair. Rip.
No.
It's all rocks to you.
Oh, that was only thing I really had planned. Hopefully, I was really banking on using sense motive. I'm not gonna lie.
So we
Oh well, no, it's fine.
prism.
Prismality is going to look to, let's see, what Do you have this skill? You do. Okay.
Hoi
Is
hoi.
going to look to person that Silas was talking to and says, "So, you have lied to the jury in a court of law during your questioning. Tell us, and truthfully, what is your what would you say is your level of skill with such a blade?
The statue
Are
kind
you a
of
practiced fencer?
the statue looks to Prismeldine, smiles, and goes, "Uh-oh, time for tea." And these three stand up.
Oh God, no! I knew it.
Hey,
gonna
hey,
kick our
hey!
shins.
They're not allowed to leave the court.
One thing you do know is, nope, maybe not kicking of shins here, as we all pull out fans.
Oh God.
Oh, they're going to give us a light breeze.
I've been beaten with a war fan before. Let me tell you, it hurts.
No.
Which one was the sister?
Middle
one.
one.
Middle one
I'm
was
working with a purple.
I don't think the sister did it directly though, because
I might if Silas. So you know what I think all the correct timers right now. Wolf,
punch.
aka bailiff.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, definitely. Bailiff.
Which actually fits over as Skull moves back one and shouts, "Verdict."
Oh.
Innocent, not guilty.
The rest of the court, well, this is what you notice: all the statues turn and open their mouths, and there's an overwhelming "not guilty." Well, the three kind of statues which have stood up shout "guilty."
The defense rests.
Not yet, because these things are going to attempt to kick your ass. Speaking
Dang
of,
The defense defends itself.
Yes.
that may
the
be a good
defense
idea.
defense.
That's versus Silas.
How dare you? Hits.
The sister statue cow just brings her fan down on your head and boom.
Oh God. Well, Silas is disabled.
Wow.
Nice.
How dare you?
Rusty.
Hmm.
Out of character, Silas has been taking all the abuse. You've almost been knocked out twice. No
he
offense,
he
Silas.
has not. He's been hiding in the back the whole time.
He
I
almost
got
got taken
swarmed
out
by
by a spider
spiders.
swarm.
Yeah, we were in the thick of the spiders. Me and Alan took more
That's your
damage than
fault.
you did.
It is your own fault that you were in the middle of the spiders.
I'd like to argue that, except I was the one that triggered the spiders by
Exactly.
being in the middle of them.
Immediately.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing happens. The golden skull just kind of floats into the air.
Oh, good. Thank God. Good, because I had a feeling that I knew what it was doing whenever it was backing up.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It was going to sit and cover that gem, and we weren't going to be able to access it.
it was either moving back the closer we got to the truth, or it was just going to sit on the gem and crush it.
Yeah, I had a feeling we
I'm
had
gonna
like
move
a
here
5-10 buck or something.
Well, the skull just went away, so we can't like persecute anyone.
Hey, we are about to commit 3 more counts of self-defense.
Indeed.
I mean, should I arrest this woman or should I just kill the woman?
They're statues, just kill them. Our guy's already been announced innocent.
Indeed, they are guilty, and they are set for execution.
You doing anything more beside them with that?
No. Aaron's going to full defense.
Because I do need to say that misses.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So unfortunately, stamina is retro. Actually, even Rusty doesn't have stamina. Never mind, I don't need to
Rusty, you
ask
can't
that.
use stamina.
Is Aaron Aaron's full fencing? Got you.
Yeah.
Boss.
Ipos 5 foot steps away from the statue next to him. Now, what spell do I want to throw?
Fuck. Oh, whoops.
Get some voices in her head. And this top one can have a ear-piercing scream.
Okay.
Where has it gone?
What the fuck were these things for? It should save.
At some point, I need to program like the spells to do the attack rolls and stuff. I'm not switching between things constantly. Wow!
Wow.
She
It's
takes
done-
a whole 3 damage.
But it is stunned, which is
If you say so. I don't actually know the spell that well.
So this is one of the things where it's like you don't get your next turn, so. Oof.
Yeah, days.
Yeah. Stun, days.
I mean, that's also quite nice because that was it this one here that was just dazed?
Yes.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Perfect. I walk past it
That you can do.
because it can't take an opportunity now.
Hey, so sister.
Silas is down. Silas looks pretty badly injured. Wolf does not accept this. I will spend 1 round of rage.
Just accept it and move on. He's had his time.
And with this round of rage set on fire, sheet recalculate. Thank you. Big freaking hammer. I'm also flanking.
The joys of having a Rusty on your team. Oh, fucking hell.
oh.
Your hammer goes straight for sister's chest, but she's still standing. Not by much.
Wow.
As that tends to be the motto of Wolf, it seems.
These guys are tankier than the last ones.
I mean, it's because they're guilty.
Clearly. Because didn't they
They
also have
leveled
like
up
bludgeoning vulnerability as well or something? Did we just theorize that?
We
Just
just theorized it.
Anyway, that completes Wolf's turn.
Okay, Silas.
So this is gonna back
Oh,
up.
you're fucking yeah.
Yeah, 5-foot step and he's going to call over to Marie. Marie? Help, please.
Boof.
Help me!
He's not falling over yet. I need to think of what's a not strenuous action that he can do.
Not a lot.
Or you
Cry.
could prepare an action for a strenuous action, because I'm about to be able to heal your dumbass.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, actually, right, yeah. Ash has healing, which Silas would know because he quizzed her on magical powers, so. Yeah, Silas will say, Ash, help, and he will prepare ready an action to dirty trick the statue that is right there with his mage hand.
I'm giving you the whatever the fuck this color is of ready to
Blue.
action. Yes.
I 5-foot step and use healing hex.
Heal.
Boop.
You know,
How does
Jesus.
Ash's healing hex work? In my mind, I just imagine like a rainbow rune appearing.
I would say it's more like a this sort of white and gold flame
Okay.
that kind of engulfs their hand.
Strangely holy.
Yeah, because, I mean, the thing is, for Prismelody, because Prismelody is the reason I imagine it as rainbow. But yeah, that works. Okay.
And as I've been healed, my ready to action goes off.
Yep.
And now, dirty trick on you. Damn it. Hopefully their CMB isn't as good as their AC.
Let me see. I'm going to can you stamina CMB?
I don't have
Yes.
stamina.
Right, you're a wimp.
The thing is, you can stamina CMB.
Damn it, I should have self-assured in this list. I need to remember that I have that.
You need to
I
be
mean,
cocky.
it's-
You didn't be cocky. Look what it did.
Yeah, I'm afraid that does
Yeah.
not. You did not manage to. I don't know, pull down their trousers or whatever it is you were planning.
Just throw plaster in their face from another statue.
Ooh, gruesome.